Well, the second half of the doubleheader between Concordia and Menlo on tap here in just a few minutes. Let's give you the starting lineup here for Concordia Irvine. They'll line up like this: Sawyer Vortman, Landry Spittler, Wyatt Madison, Dylan Knowles, Makamai DuPont, Nick Erickson, Nolan Kyra, Ian Stewart, and Micah Mira. On defense for Menlo, it'll be Lincoln Anderson, DJ Cardinal, and he'll be out there with the right fielder, Shane Aldridge, from third to first. It'll be Javier De Rosa Fonseca, Daniel Aguilera, Noah Pang, who we saw come in late in the game in game one, and then Matt Morrison at first. The catcher will be Adon Viner, and the starting pitcher here today for Menlo, Dominic Hernandez. So Menlo, who lost game one 16-10, in what was a wild game from the beginning. And in the end, a 9-run, ninth inning, dooming Menlo, are going to try to rebound here in game number two. And on the hill and delivering the first pitch of the game here for a strike is Dominic Hernandez. Hernandez comes in with a 5.65 ERA in 14 1/3. This is his fourth game started of the season, one of the regular rotation members for the Oaks. Vortman takes high, 1-1. So a quick 30-40 minute break. And now we're back at it here between these two teams in game two of the doubleheader as this misses outside. 2-1. Game one, the score does not do justice as to how close that game was for most of the contest. Game that was back and forth until the ninth. 2-1 pitch here to Vortman. And that misses a little low. 3-1. So Hernandez trying to avoid walking the leadoff hitter here. 3-1 pitch is hit up the middle. The shortstop, Aguilera, fields it, throws to first in time for the out. So Aguilera ranges towards the center of the field and makes the play. In the end, Hernandez with a nice comeback there as he gets the first out of the game. So Landry Spittler will come up to the plate. Spittler, who was the 9th-place hitter in game one of the doubleheader, went 0 for 3 with a pair of walks. First pitch, and Spittler takes a strike on the outside corner. Hernandez's last outing came against Biola on February 21st. Gave up 1 earned run in 4 innings. Did give up 5 runs, but only 1 of them was earned. 0-1 pitch to Spittler. As there's another strike, 0-2. Obviously, with the second half of the doubleheader happening right now and then 2 games tomorrow, Mike Gibbons is going to hope that Hernandez can give Menlo some innings here today. And he has gone deep into games of 4, 6 1/3 on February 13th against Hawaii Hilo. He gets the swing and miss there on the breaking pitch. So Spittler goes down on strikes. And Hernandez looking good here through the first 2 hitters.
Now batting number 17, Wyatt Madison.
So Wyatt Madison will go to the plate here. Madison, 2 for 5 in game one. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. So Hernandez spinning it really well right now. 0-1 the count. Hernandez, the junior out of Watsonville, California. Here's the pitch. And that looked like kind of a slurve. It's 0-2. Hernandez in his first season with the Oaks after transferring from Monterey Peninsula College. 0-2 pitch here to Madison. And this is a high drive out to right. Going into foul territory, and it is well out of play. Aldridge giving it a look. So 0-2 here to Madison. In the first inning of game one of the doubleheader, Concordia had their first 2 hitters retired relatively quickly, and then they scored 3 runs with 2 outs. So Hernandez trying to avoid a similar fate here. This game will be 7 innings, assuming it's not tied after the 7th. 0-2 pitch. And this is past the first baseman, Morrison, down the right field line. Madison on his horse on his way to second base. Aldridge will get it in. So a 2-out double here from Wyatt Madison. And much like game 1 of the doubleheader, the Concordia bats coming alive here with 2 outs in the first. And Dylan Knowles will come up to the plate.
Batting number 21, Dylan Knowles.
So Knowles, who hit cleanup in game 1, hits cleanup again here today in game 2. He went 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs in game 1. Madison, the runner at second. Hernandez sets at the waist, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And this is popped up left field side. And this is well foul into the tennis court area. So 0-1. All these Menlo College athletic facilities kind of grouped together in one area, and part of that means that there's a tennis court down the left field line, which can get kind of perilous sometimes when baseball's being played. 0-1 to Knowles. And there's a strike. 0-2. And Hernandez is spinning the heck out of the ball right now. It was a bright, sunshiny day when we started game 1 of the doubleheader. Now a bit overcast, but still very comfortable. Light breeze, warm temperatures. 0-2 to Knowles. Here's the pitch. And this is fouled down the left field line. The wind has been kind of on and off throughout the day, and it's definitely playing tricks on some balls that go up in the air here at Carton Field. Carton Field, a very beautiful facility that the Menlo College Oaks play on. 0-2 pitch here to Knowles. And this is fouled away. Well, so far I've watched Hernandez pitch here to 4 hitters, and I am not sure he can throw anything straight, which is a good thing. That's a compliment. Still 0-2. Here's the pitch. And there's a fastball that's lined into right center field for a base hit. And just like game 1, Concordia with a 2-out rally that'll give them the lead here in the first inning, as Dylan Knowles picks up the RBI single. And it is 1-0 Concordia. So something about 2 outs really wakes up this Concordia offense. Makamai DuPont comes up to the plate now. He's the 5th place hitter. DuPont in game 1 went 2 for 5, including an RBI double in the first inning. Knowles now the runner at first. Hernandez fires a strike at the base of the zone. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch is into the glove of the second baseman, Pang, who makes a nice diving stop and throws to first in time for the out. Got past the pitcher Hernandez, but Pang slides in the nick of time behind second base, nabs the ball, and throws to first in time to retire the side. Concordia scores 1 run, though, on an RBI single from Dylan Knowles. Menlo coming up after this break. You are watching the PacWest Network.
Menlo College is a small, private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high...
Line it up. Shane Aldridge will bat first, followed by Oliver Hogan, who had a great game in Game 1. Matt Morrison batting third. Lakin Anderson gets the start. He bats cleanup. DJ Cardinal bats fifth. Daniel Aguilera bats sixth. Javier De Rosa Fonseca Jr. bats seventh. Aiden Viner bats eighth. And Noah Pang, the 9th-place hitter. Defensively for Concordia, Erickson, Vortman, and Kyra from left to right, from third to first. Spittler, Mira, Knowles, and DuPont. The catcher is Stewart, who's starting for a second straight game here in the doubleheader. And the starting pitcher for Concordia is Dominic Nunez. And his first pitch misses outside, 1-0. And the wind is really starting to at least affect the broadcaster here, as this is popped up and out of play. Just blowing all my papers around right now. So Nunez comes in with a 3.00 ERA. This is his second game started of the year. 2 appearances overall. He has not gone more than 2 innings in an outing so far this year, so it'll be interesting to see how long he pitches here today as he fires a curveball that's off the outside. It's 2-1. Here to Aldridge. Here's the pitch, and this is pop foul. So it could be that Concordia is going to go with kind of an opener situation here and piggyback Nunez with somebody. Two the count. Here's the pitch, and this is bounce foul. Or maybe they just let Nunez ride, but only 3 innings pitched in 2 outings for Nunez. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Aldridge. And this is a high drive out to right center field. Playing in the perfect spot there is Kyra as he makes the play. So someone give a shout out to whoever organizes the Concordia defense, because Kyra was in the perfect spot. So Dominic Nunes gets 1 out here. And that'll bring up Oliver Hogan. First pitch to him, and this is low. 1-0. Hogan, who was phenomenal in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and he pops this one up. Out to right. Kyra going back, and it is gone! A ball that just kept on carrying off the bat. And Hogan with a solo home run. And he continues to have a wonderful day at the plate. And Hogan with the home run gets Menlo back in a tie situation here at 1-1. And that was Hogan's second home run of the season. So Hogan coming through, and you go back to Game 1. Hogan now 5 for 6 here in this doubleheader. Matt Morrison comes up to the plate now. And there's a strike, 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Morrison. Morrison takes a curveball in the dirt, 1-1. Comes in hitting 400 to this second game of the doubleheader. Is that good? Morrison with a home run and 12 RBIs on the season. 1-1 pitch. And this is hit high in the air, out to center field. Going back, Vertman, but this will stay in the park. And Vortman will make the play. So, Menlo giving these balls some rides here off the bat. Lakin Anderson will come up to the plate now. Anderson, who came on as a pinch hitter in game one and got hit by a pitch. Part of what was a 3-run rally for Menlo in the 8th inning that tied the game at 7 at the time. First pitch here to Anderson, and Anderson lines this one into left field for a base hit. So Anderson gets the pitch he liked on the first pitch and puts it into left field. So a 2-out single there for Menlo, and DJ Cardinal will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 23, DJ Cardinal.
Cardinal 0 for 4 in game one. Comes in hitting .235. First pitch. And that's a curveball for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Anderson now the runner at first. Menlo has tied this thing at 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-1 pitch. And that misses. 1-1. So Noon's using a lot of off-speed pitches here in this first inning, as did his counterpart, Hernandez, against Concordia. 1-1 pitch is bounced up the third base line. Foul. So it's 1-2. Cardinal, who played a good center field in game one, trying to get the bat going here. This doubleheader against Concordia. 1-2 count. Anderson, the runner at first here. The pitch from Nunes. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. And throwing over to first base to finish the job there is Stewart. And that will end the inning. So 1-1 as we go to the top of the second. Solo home run for Oliver Hogan. Ties the game up. And we'll be back after this break. You're watching the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small, private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
Top of the second inning here. Menlo tied with Concordia 1-1. Nick Erickson comes up to the plate, and Nick Erickson was fantastic in game one. Went 3 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Hernandez back on the mound here for Menlo. Gave up 1 run in the first inning. Fortunately for him, his offense got that 1 run back, and he fires a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. So Erickson, despite how good of a day he had in game one, he was actually pinch hit for in the 9th inning as this goes off the outside. 1-1. And the man who came up and pinch hit for Erickson was David Quillian, as this is fouled away, 1 and 2. And he ended up coming up with one of the biggest hits of the game. In fact, you could make an argument the biggest hit of the game. It was a 2 RBI double that gave Concordia the lead for good at 9 to 7. But Erickson back in the starting lineup here for game 2. 1-2 pitch, and this is a high pop-up. Shallow right field. The second baseman, Pang, makes the catch, and there's one down in the inning. And you can tell no pop-ups here today are really any fun. They're a challenge.
Number 6, Nolan Kyra.
So Nolan Cairo will come up to the plate, and this wind is just getting more and more disruptive here at Carton Field. So Kyra up to the plate now. First pitch to him, and there's a strike. Well, he had a good day as well with the bat, and folks, I don't know if you're catching on, but pretty much everyone for Concordia in game 1 had a good day with the bat. Kyra went 3 for 5. This time he pops it up out into right center, and the center fielder, Cardinal, will make the play. So 2 down here in the inning. Well, Hernandez hasn't had any issue getting the first 2 hitters out here in these first 2 innings, but in the first inning, it was a 2-out double and then an RBI single from Dylan Knowles that got the first run of the game for Concordia on the board, as this one misses off the outside. Ian Stewart is doing something very impressive. You rarely see a catcher catch both ends of a doubleheader, but here he is. 1-0 pitch, and this is a squib ground ball. It'll be fielded by Hernandez. Hernandez with the underhand flip to Morrison over at first, and so a nice job there by Hernandez. 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the second. Menlo coming up. We're tied at 1-1. You're watching baseball here on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
So Nunes back to work here for Concordia, as he'll take on 6, 7, 8 here for Menlo. Aguilera to lead things off for the Oaks in a 1-1 game between these two Pac West rivals. Here's the first pitch to Aguilera, and he takes a slider outside, 1-0. So Nunes, who's been spinning those breaking pitches a lot on first pitches here today. This time he throws a fastball that misses, 2-0. Here to Aguilera, the shortstop for Menlo. And he swings and misses, 2-1. Aguilera reached base 5 times in game 1. He went 2 for 3, and he walked thrice. Comes in hitting .353. And he hits this one high in the air out to left. Breaking back and now coming in is Erickson, and Erickson will make the play out in left field. So, one down as Aguilera just got underneath that one. And Javier De Rosa Fonseca will come to the plate. Fonseca reached 5 times as well in game 1. Got help from a couple of errors by Concordia. Ended up going 1 for 4 with a couple of walks. He hits this one out to center. Going back, Vertman. And Vertman will make the play right before the warning track out there. And so there's 2 down here in the inning. So Menlo, Aguilera, and Fonseca given their respective out pitches a ride, but just popping them up in the air a little bit. So Aiden Viner will come up to the plate. Viner getting a chance to catch here in game 2 of the doubleheader as David Matthew gets the second half of the twin bill off. And Viner takes a strike. 0-1. At least for now. We don't know if that may change later in the game. Viner having a good year so far. 3 for 7. Short sample size, but 3 for 7 is pretty darn good. 0-1 swing. And a miss. Viner took a hefty cut there. Viner, just a freshman from Sherman Oaks, California. Went 0 for 1 against Biola the last time he played on February 22nd. 0-2 to Viner. Off the outside. Beautiful pitch there from Nunes. It's one of those where you may get it called a strike 3. He takes it, it's still 1-2, or if he swings at it, he probably rolls it over. 1-2 the count here to Viner. Nunes ready. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 called at the top of the zone. Got him with the curveball there that just hits the top of the strike zone. So a strikeout looking ends the inning here for Menlo. They're still tied at 1 with Concordia. We'll be back after this break. You're watching baseball on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small, private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
So 1-1 here. As we go to the top of the third, Michael Myra will lead things off for Concordia, the 9th-place hitter. 9-1-2 here for Concordia. And Myra, who came in as a defensive substitution at the end of game 1, pops this one up, out of play behind home plate here. Myra came on for the injured Isaiah Walls, who we hope is okay. He had to leave the game in the ninth inning, in the bottom of the 9th for an undisclosed reason, as there's a swing and a miss. 0-2. So Myra getting the start here in game 2 after replacing Walls at short in game 1. And again, we wish Walls nothing but the best. 0-2 pitch to Myra, coming here from Hernandez. And that misses low. Curveball there, 1-2. So trying to get Myra to fish at the curveball in the dirt. 0-2 curveball in the dirt. A pitch as old as time. 1-2. And this is a high bouncer. Tough play here for the third baseman Fonseca. The throw to first in time. And Fonseca deserves to pump his fist after that one because that was a tough play as he charged in and was able to just get Myra, who was hustling to first base. And so that'll bring up Sawyer Vortman. Vortman 0 for 1. Grounded out in the first. First pitch to Vortman is a curveball for a strike. 0-1. A 1 pitch from Hernandez here. Vortman shows bunt and pulls it back to take a strike. 0-2. Vortman, who saved his day in his final at bat of game 1 to go 1 for 6. Got a single as this misses in the dirt. 1-2. Vortman, a .314 hitter coming into the day. 1-2 pitch to the center fielder for Concordia is outside. 2-2. So 2-2 here to Vortman. Here's the pitch, and this is a bouncer over to short. Fielded by Aguilera, the throw to first in time for the out. So a couple of ground balls here from Concordia, and there's 2 down here in the third inning. And Landry Spittler will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 39, Landry Spittler.
Spittler 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. Up till now, that's the only strikeout of the day for Hernandez. First pitch is a curveball that misses high, 1-0. So Hernandez throwing that curveball quite a bit here in this game. 1-0 to Spittler, the third baseman here for Concordia. The pitch, and this is fouled away. 1-1. Spittler, who came into the day hitting .226 with a big fly and 4 RBIs. Walked twice in game 1. And he takes a strike. Perfect pitch there from Hernandez. And Hernandez looking really good out there in his third inning of work. 1-2 pitch up coming here to Spittler. And that misses in the dirt. Looked like a changeup there. 2-2. Menlo playing the infield at normal depth. 2-2 pitch to Spittler. Swing and a miss. Spittler goes down swinging for the second time here today. And that's the second straight 1-2-3 inning for Hernandez. As we go to the bottom of the third, 1-1. You're watching baseball here on the Pac West Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
right, Noah Pang comes up to the plate here to lead it off for Menlo. Pang, 6 for 27 on the season. And he came on late in game 1. Actually ended up getting a single after coming on as a defensive replacement. First pitch to Pang, and Pang bounces this one over to the third baseman, Spittler. Spittler fields it on a high hop, throws the first in time for the out. So Pang grounds out to start the third.
Now batting number 1, Shane Aldridge.
Shane Aldridge comes up to the plate. Aldridge 0 for 1. Flew out in the first inning. And Noon's still out there. Again, before this, his longest outing was 2 innings. So he's already bested his longest outing of the season, as this is outside. 1-0. And this is a bouncing ball over to the second baseman, Knowles, and Knowles kicks it. So that'll be an E4. Aldridge reaches first base. And, you know, look, Concordia got the win in game 1, so hard to be too picky when you get the dub, but they did commit 4 errors as a defense. So this is now their 5th error of the day here in these 2 games. Their defense has definitely had some rough moments, and we'll see if Menlo can make them pay for this latest flub as Oliver Hogan comes up to the plate. He hit a home run in the first, and Hogan lines this one into left field. The ball must look like a beach ball for Hogan right now. Aldridge coming around second, going for third, and he's going to stay at third base. So a double there for Hogan down the left field line, and Oliver Hogan is having what has to be a historic day in some sense at the plate for Menlo. Again, he went 4 for 5 in game 1, and now he's 2 for 2 here in game 2, so he's now 6 for 7 between the 2 games. Matt Morrison at the plate now. He's got runners at second and third here with 1 out. Morrison flew out in the first. First pitch to him is a curveball, beautiful, a strike, 0-1. Morrison went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs in game 1 of the doubleheader. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. He's got to put the ball in play. 0-1 pitch, another curveball, and this is hit high and deep to right. And you can kiss this one goodbye. Matt Morrison with a monster blast to give Menlo a 4-1 lead. And Morrison with his second home run of the year. And that one was a no-doubter. So the Oaks with their first lead here of the day between the 2 games. And it's thanks to Matt Morrison. And that'll bring up Lakin Anderson.
Now batting number 41, Lakin Anderson.
Anderson 1 for 1, singled in the first. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss, 0-1. So Matt Morrison, who has been having a breakout season, with another great moment right there. 0-1 pitch, and that misses low, 1-1. And well, now Hernandez, who's been pitching very well, has some cushion. And again, this is going to be a shorter game than the regulation 9 innings. 1-1 pitch to Anderson is a half swing and a pitch in the dirt, and indeed, Anderson went around. 1-2 here to Anderson. Here's the pitch, and this is hit out to right field, but making the catch as he ranges over to the foul line is Kyra. So 2 down in the inning. DJ Cardinal is being pinch hit for here, and this is Jack Namick.
Now batting number 7, Jack Namick.
So Namick comes in for Cardinal. And we don't know if this is maybe because of an injury or just a straight matchup substitution. But either way, Namick will come on here as he takes a strike. 0-1. So Namick, who is 0 for 6 on the season, and an 0-1 count here. And he lines this one out into right field for a base hit. So for whatever reason, Namick came in. It's a good move as he lines a base hit into right. And Daniel Aguilera will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 12, Dan Aguilera.
Aguilera 0 for 1. So Morrison, the big hit in the inning and in the game, the 3-run bomb, the second home run of the game for Menlo. But Menlo not done here as they get a 2-out base runner. Here's the first pitch to Aguilera, and he takes a breaking pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. So Nunes, who probably a little part of him feels like this rally should have really never started. As here comes the 0-1, and there's a swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt, taking off for second base is Namick, and Namick is out. As a nice play there from Stewart to throw him out at second ends the inning. Well, the 3-run homer from Matt Morrison has changed the complexion of this game. We go to the top of the fourth, 4-1. Menlo College on top of Concordia. You are watching baseball here on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level.
Now batting number 17, Wyatt Madison.
3-4-5 due up here for Concordia in the top of the fourth inning against Hernandez. And Wyatt Madison, the first man to face Hernandez, he's 1 for 1. He doubled in the first. And he takes one a bit low there. 1-1. 1-0. Hernandez wanted that pitch. So 1-0 count here to Madison. And now he takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Madison, one of 2 hits for Concordia here in this game so far. His hit was the first. It was a double. And then the man behind him, Dylan Knowles, knocked him in with a single afterwards. This is line down the right field line, but foul. And Kate Hart, our first base umpire, ducking out of the way just in the nick of time. The count is 1-2. Madison, the DH, here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Also DH'd in Game 1. 1-2 pitch. And this is fouled away. So for Wyatt Madison, glove optional, bat mandatory here today as he's DH'd in both games of this doubleheader. Hernandez sets. Here's the pitch. And this is lined up the middle for a base hit. So Madison, well, if you're going to be the designated hitter, you got to hit. So power went out there for a second, but we're back as this is fouled back on a bunt from Dylan Knowles. So we had a very interesting situation there where the power just shut off here for everything in the yard, but fortunately someone hit reset and we should be good now. As getting back there on the pickoff attempt is Madison. So Hernandez, he's been able to dice through this Concordia lineup except for these two guys, Madison at first and Knowles at the plate right now. These two have given him some troubles. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. So 0-2 count here to Knowles. Middle infield playing for the double play here. And throw back to first. Madison will get back in time. Madison, who has 1 stolen base on the season. 0-2 pitch instead. Another pickoff. Make that 2 stolen bases for Madison, as he did steal 1 base in the first of game 1. 0-2 pitch off the outside, 1-2. One, two. And this is hit high in the air. Out to right center field. Giving chase is Aldridge, and he will watch this one go over the wall. A 2-run homer for Dylan Knowles. And it's 4-3 Menlo. So Concordia will not go silent into the good night. As Knowles hits a 2-run bomb. And again, the 3-4 guys in this lineup have been giving Hernandez problems today. 3 and 4 are 4 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. And then no one else in the lineup has reached base. Baseball's a fascinating sport. So DuPont will come up to the plate now here for Concordia. Knowles, who hit a home run in game 1 as well, so his second home run of the day. This is a high chopper, nicely picked out of the dirt by Fonseca. He throws to first in time for the out. So Fonseca with a very nice play there to get the first out of the inning. Well, you knew it wasn't going to be easy if you were the Oaks. So Nick Erickson will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch here from Hernandez, and this is bunted back to Hernandez. Hernandez will pick it up, throw to first, and a nice little stretch there from Morrison. Second out of the inning as Erickson bunts out, and Nolan Cairo will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 6, Nolan Cairo.
So Knowles now with 3 home runs on the year, 2 of them today. And he's got all 3 RBIs for Concordia today. First pitch to Kyra. And this is bounce foul around home plate. 0-1. So again, Madison and Knowles are 4 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Everyone else is 0 for 11 in this lineup. 0-1 pitch to Kyra. And Kyra, high bouncing ball over to second. Pang will pick it up, throw to first in time for the out. So after the single and the home run, 3 groundouts for Concordia. And that will end the inning, but we got a little bit closer here. 4-3 Menlo as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching baseball here on the PacWest Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me. And I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
So Joe Turgeon sticking with his starting pitcher here into the fourth as Nunes will come back out for another inning of work. Daniel Aguilera will lead things off here for Menlo. He's 0 for 1. He flew out in the second inning. Again, it's going to get late early here today at Carton Field as the second game of the doubleheader, a 7-inning contest as opposed to the usual 9-inning contest you've come to expect from a baseball game. Aguilera steps into the box. Nunes back to work. First pitch, and that's off the outside, 1-0. Nunes, who gave up a 3-run bomb off the bat of Matt Morrison, and folks, it was indeed a bomb in the third inning. This is off the outside, 2-0. So Aguilera trying to get on base here. Menlo needs some insurance after the 2-run homer from Knowles in the last inning, as this is a strike, 2-1. DeRosa, Fonseca on deck, and Viner in the hole. Two-one pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Aguilera with the single there, and he leads things off with a hit for Menlo here in the fourth. So Javier DeRosa Fonseca Jr. will come up to the plate. Fonseca 0 for 1. He flew out earlier in the game. Fonseca, who had an RBI single in the first inning of game 1. So Aguilera at first. He's 1 for 1 on steals this season. This is going to get away here from the catcher, Stewart. A wild pitch that took a wicked bounce away from Stewart, so Aguilera will go to second. So a runner in scoring position here for Menlo very early in this fourth inning. 1-0 to Fonseca. Here's the pitch, and that misses low and outside, 2-0. Fonseca comes into this game hitting .267. 2-0 pitch from Nunes. Is lined out to right center field, and that's going to get down in the gap. Coming around third and in to score is Aguilera. Hustling his way into second is Fonseca with an RBI double, and Menlo takes a 5-3 lead. They get one of the 2 runs that Concordia was able to get in the top of the fourth back. And Fonseca and Aguilera will switch places on the bases as Fonseca comes through here in the fourth. And now it looks like we're going to get a mound visit here. We'll see if this means a pitching change or just a pep talk here for Nunes. Again, this is the longest outing of the season for Nunes already. Fonseca is over at second base. And Viner's coming up to the plate. He struck out looking in the second. So this is still looking like a pep talk. No move has officially been made. And this looks like Chase Harrison out there talking to Nunes, and Harrison will go back to the dugout. Harrison who is an assistant coach on this Concordia staff. Viner now with a runner in scoring position. At the very least, he's got to move him over to third. First pitch to him, and a half swing and a miss. Had a pitch on the outside there. It's 0-1. Viner getting a chance to play here today. Again, the starting catcher, Matthew, played in game 1. Viner now showing bunt, and he will indeed bunt it up into the air, and this might work out, as this is fielded by Stewart to throw to first in time for the out, but Viner comes through with the sacrifice and moves Fonseca over to third. You always get nervous whenever you see a bunt popped up in the air. That can usually lead to disaster. But fortunate there for Menlo. Got down in the right spot in front of the catcher and allowed Fonseca to go to third. So Noah Pang up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out in the third inning. First pitch to him, and this is a high bouncer foul down the third base side. Well, this is how you generate runs. Got to be able to do the small things, and Viner gets the bunt down to move Fonseca to third, and now Pang's just got to put the ball in play. Concordia bringing the infield in here. A 1 pitch. And this is a high bouncer over the head of the shortstop, Myra. So Pang comes through with an RBI single. And just like that, Menlo gets back both the runs that they gave up in the top of the 4th. Fonseca comes in to score. And so it's 6-3 Oaks.
Now batting number 1, Shane Aldridge.
I'll bring up Shane Aldridge. And Nunes really isn't fooling anyone right now, as he has allowed 6 hits over the last 9 batters. And now we're going to get a pitching change here for Concordia, as Nunes will leave the game here after 3 1/3. So we'll take a break here while the new pitcher comes in. Menlo up 6-3. They've scored 2 runs here in the 4th. Looking for more. We'll be back after this break. You're watching baseball here on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small, private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
So new pitcher out on the hill here for Concordia is Luke Brancato. And Brancato, a redshirt junior who coming into today's game a 9.82 ERA in 3 2/3 innings. So he's struggled a little bit here to start the season. First man he'll face is Shane Aldridge. First pitch is bounced foul around home plate. Brancato a scoreless outing 2 days ago against Jessup on February 25th. Before that, though, he gave up 2 earned runs in just a third of an inning against Hawaii Pacific on February 17th. This is popped up foul and out of play along the third base side. It's 0-2. Pang, the runner at first, he just picked up an RBI single. And that was Pang's 6th RBI of the season. 0-2 to Aldridge. And that misses in the dirt outside. Pang's taking off for second, and he'll make it. As Stewart just couldn't quite get a good grip on that ball. So Pang advances to second on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch here of the 4th inning from Concordia. So Aldridge now with the runner in scoring position. And that gets rid of the possible double play, at least the old-fashioned way, for Concordia. 1-2 pitch. And this is bounced over to first. Fielding is DuPont. DuPont flips it over to the pitcher, Brancato. And they're calling the runner out, but that was definitely, wow. Well, it was a close play. And the first base umpire, Kate Hart, making the call of out over there. It was a close play because Aldridge made it close. And now the umpires are going to convene and talk it over. So we could see a change here. And we got the Menlo College basketball team over here on the third base line making their feelings known. And they're going to stick with the call of out. So,
Now batting number 21, Oliver Hogan.
Oliver Hogan will come up to the plate. Hogan, 2 for 2. He hit a home run in the first. Pang on the play did go to third. Here's the pitch, and that's going to hit Hogan on a bounce. It's a dead ball, so Brancato is getting ready to throw it to third, but play is dead. So Hogan,
Now batting
and, you know, maybe that was not intentional, but with the way Hogan's been hitting the ball, that might end up actually being a good result there for Concordia. However, the man that they have to face now, Matt Morrison, has the biggest hit of the game. 3-run homer in the third. And he has come out to start this season as one of the best hitters in the Pac West. Morrison takes in the dirt. Good block there from Stewart. And it's 1-0. So Pang the runner at third, Hogan the runner at first. One 0. And that's also in the dirt. Another good block from Stewart. 2-0. Here to Morrison. Well, Matt Morrison in a situation here where a big hit could blow this game wide open. Timeout. And it looks like Morrison took too long to get in the box. They're going to charge him a strike. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch. This is popped up behind home plate and into lacrosse practice behind us. as it's 2-2. There are people playing lacrosse on the field behind us here. And they are in foul ball danger zone. So 2-2 the count here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Morrison. And just a bit high. Taking off and taking second there is Hogan. So Hogan with a stolen base. And now, I mean, hey, look, they kind of ignored Hogan over there, but it's not a small play because now if Morrison gets a hit here, that could knock in 2. At least a single. And they're going to call Matt Morrison out on strikes because he wasn't alert and looking at the pitcher for the second time in that at-bat. And, well, folks, a very interesting inning here as far as some of the calls. We are going to the top of the 5th, 6-3 Menlo, and, well, I think Mike Gibbons is going to get a good argument in here while we go to break. We'll be back after this.
Menlo College is a small, private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
So Ian Stewart will lead things off here for Concordia. He's 0 for 1 today. 6-3 Menlo as Hernandez goes back out to work. Strike on the outside corner. Dominic Hernandez, aside from 2 guys in the order, has been perfect. Madison and Knowles 2 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBIs between the, 4 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs between the 2 of them. Aside from that, no one else for Concordia has gotten on base. 1-1 here to Stewart. Here's the pitch, and that misses low and outside. 2-1. So Hernandez in a situation here where he's got a nice cushion. And there's a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. So Hernandez at 54 pitches here in the 5th, which is pretty good. Less than 15 pitches an inning. And again, this is only a 7-inning game. 2-2 pitch. And Stewart bounces this one in front of home plate, and it's just going to kick foul there. So Viner, who I'm sure for at least a moment thought he might have a chance to throw Stewart out at first, but Stewart will walk back to the plate, pick up his bat, and give it another go. So 2-2 here to Stewart. Myra on deck. Here's the pitch. And this one's fouled behind home plate. And it looks like our home plate umpire, Step, is fine. Robert Step, the home plate umpire. Kate Hart at first, Ron McGeeth at third, as this is a ground ball. Fielded nicely by Fonseca at third. The throw to first, in time for the out, as Morrison does a little hop over at first to make sure he secures that one. So Fonseca continues to play just such a stellar third base over at the hot corner. And Michael Myra will come up to the plate. Myra 0 for 1. He grounded out to Fonseca in the third. Lots of ground balls from Hernandez. That sinker is working. Here's the pitch. And this is lined out into left field, and that's foul. Just a couple of feet to the left of the foul line. So Myra will walk back over and grab his bat. Oh, 1. Misses outside. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Myra went after pitch well outside there. It's 1-2. Entire field now encompassed by shadows on what has turned into an overcast day here in Atherton. 1-2 pitch, and this is line foul down the right field line. Vortman on deck. One-two pitch. And that misses in the dirt, trying to get Myra to fish there. But Myra does a nice job of laying off. Myra 0 for 8 on the season. Doesn't get a ton of at-bats. 2-2 pitch, and that misses low. 3-2. Nice take there from Myra, who's trying to get on base here and get a rally started. Myra, a graduate student. 3-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Viner. And so Myra goes down on strikes, and there's 2 down here in the 5th. Only the 3rd strikeout of the day for Hernandez. 2 strikeouts to Spittler, and now 1 of Myra. So Vortman will come up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2. Hernandez trying to get the 1-2-3 inning. Here's his first pitch. And there's a strike right down the middle of the plate, 0-1. Well, I think if Hernandez can get through this inning fairly clean, he'll have a decent shot of going the full 7. 0-1 pitch. And that's way outside, 1-1. One pitch is a check swing on a slider just off the zone. And it's 2-1. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Vortman. And that misses outside. 3-1. So now Hernandez in a 3-1 count here with Spittler on deck. Not trying to walk someone here with 2 outs. Hernandez has yet to walk anyone in the game so far. 3-1 pitch. And that's fouled away. So it's 3-2. So Vortman swinging there on the 3-1 count. Hernandez looking for a shutdown inning here after his offense gave him some runs in the 4th. 2 to be exact. 3-2 pitch is fouled away. So Vortman fighting here. Vortman has not had a fantastic day at the plate for being the leadoff hitter. 1 for 8 so far here today. Count is full. 3-2. And this is fouled down the right field line. So Vortman putting up a battle here. Another 3-2 pitch. And this is popped up. Foul territory. Morrison, the first baseman, giving a look, but that'll go out of play off of the Menlo dugout. So a nice at bat here from Vortman as he's giving Hernandez a fight. So we'll reset and do it again. 3-2. Here's the pitch. And this is hit out to center field. Going back is Nemec, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning here for Hernandez. And Menlo maintains their 6-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching baseball here in the PacWest Network.
Menlo College is a small, private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
So Lakin Anderson will lead things off here for Menlo. And Anderson, who is 1 for 2. Up to the plate here against a new pitcher for Concordia, Jaden Daya. A 12.15 ERA. The freshman out of Eastvale, California, as he fires a nasty curveball. For a strike, it's 0-1. Daya has given up at least 1 earned run in every outing so far this year. 0-1 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 0-2. He gave up 3 earned runs over 2 innings against Northwest Nazarene in January. 2 earned runs over 1 inning against Cal State Dominguez Hills in February. Here's the 0-2 to Anderson, and Anderson takes strike 3 call to the outside corner. And as I'm rolling off all the runs he's given up, he goes, good morning, good afternoon, good night on Henderson. And Nemec will come to the plate. So anyway, he gave up 2 earned runs February 7th to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and then 3 earned runs in 3 innings. It's against Hawaii Pacific on February 17th. As this pitch goes behind Nemec and hits him on the backside. And so Nemec will go to first. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy go 1, 2, 3 strikeout looking on one hitter and then throw a ball behind the next hitter. You see something new every day. Daniel Aguilera comes up to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Anyway, to finish this point that has now lasted 2 hitters, Daya then gave up 1 earned run in 2/3 of an inning a couple days ago against Jessup. This misses in the dirt to Aguilera. 1-0. Again, Daya, a freshman at a Corona High School. SoCal kid. 1-0. Low. 2-0. So Namek, the runner at first, he's reached twice now since coming into the game. And he's getting a huge lead, and that's because he's taken off for second. Strike on the pitch. But Namek will steal second base and get himself into scoring position. Two-one count here. And so Namek with his first stolen base of the year there. Two-one pitch to Aguilera. Misses high. 3-1. Daya, who's walked at least one hitter in every outing that he's had so far this year. 3-1 pitch, and this is a ground ball over to the left side, fielded by Spittler. The throw to first in time for the out. So 2 outs here in the 5th for Javier De Rosa Fonseca. So Fonseca, 1 for 2. RBI double in the 4th. Part of that 2-run inning for Menlo. He's got another runner in scoring position right here in Namek. Here's the pitch. And there's a curveball that really never curved. It's 1-0. Another breaking pitch there. That one looked more like a slider. 2-0. And there's a strike at the base of the zone. 2-1. Fonseca has played a masterful third base here today. A lot of nice plays over there. He's also had a good day with the bat. A couple of hits between the two games. 2-1 pitch. And that misses in the dirt. So Stewart with the block. So Daya once again in a 3-ball count here to a Menlo hitter. Second straight hitter where that's happened. Namek, the runner at second. 3-1 pitch. And that misses in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, Stewart. So that'll be the 3rd wild pitch of the game for Concordia. And they'll allow Namek to go to 3rd. And now Viner's got to come up to the plate. And, of course, when there's 2 outs and you're a catcher on deck, you got to take your on-deck swings with the gear on. So he takes the shin pads and everything off, and Viner will take his hacks here. Viner 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the 2nd and picked up a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. Daya readies. Here's the pitch, and this is fouled back by Viner. He was on it. Namek, the runner at 3rd. Fonseca, the runner at 1st. Here with 2 outs. Oh, 1 pitch. And this is a high drive to left. And well out of play as that one goes into the tennis courts. So 0-2. So now Viner's got to protect. Again, Viner came into today 3 for 7. And he takes high. Taking off for second base here is Fonseca on a delayed steal. Stewart's not even going to throw down there. And that's because he's a little worried that Namek might be able to come in to score. So Fonseca picks up the stolen base. His first steal of the year. Now runners at 2nd and 3rd here for Viner. 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. Well, Viner can put one in the outfield here. He would almost assuredly score 2, especially with the 2-out jump both these base runners are going to get. Again, Namek at 3rd. Fonseca at second. 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss as Viner goes after the high fastball. Well, that'll end the fifth inning. Menlo still up 6-3 as we head to the top of the sixth. You're watching baseball here on the PacWest Network.
Menlo College is a small private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
Top six here, 6-3, Menlo College. And Menlo's trying to break up a losing streak here that goes back to their last series. Menlo has lost 5 in a row, including the 4-game sweep to Biola, but 6 outs away from breaking that here, as Hernandez is still on the mound here for Menlo, and he fires one outside. It's 1-0 to Spittler. Spittler hasn't had a lot of success against Hernandez today. He's 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts. Hernandez has looked very good in this game. 1-0 pitch. And that's off the outside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count here to Spittler. The pitch. And there's a strike. 2-1. Well, the only issues Hernandez has had today are with the next two men due up. Nobody else has reached base aside from Madison and Knowles, and those two guys are 4 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Go figure. 2-1 pitch. And that misses high and inside, 3-1. The point being here that Hernandez probably does not want to allow Spittler to reach. And Hernandez, who has yet to walk anyone in this game, now in a 3-1 count against the number 2 hitter today for Concordia. Here's a 3-1 delivery. And that misses off the outside, ball 4, so a leadoff walk to Spittler. And here comes Wyatt Madison. Again, Madison has had a good day. 2 for 2 in this game, a double and a single. He scored a pair of runs as well. First walk of the game for Hernandez as Spittler goes to first. So Hernandez, out of the stretch here, comes home. And this is hit out to right center field. Going back is Namick, and Namick will make the play as he runs onto the warning track. And Namick having a really nice day, not just with the bat, but with the glove as he comes in for Cardinal. And so now Dylan Knowles will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 21, Dylan Knowles.
And Knowles has done all the damage today for Concordia. All 3 RBIs, including a 2-run homer in the 4th. And now the Menlo infield will converge around the mound as they talk something over here. Spittler, the runner at first. And Knowles trying to do some damage here. First pitch to Knowles, and Knowles pops this up. Shallow center. And coming in to make the play is Namick. So a couple of fly balls to Namick. in two very different ways. One heading towards the wall, the other one a home run in an elevator shaft. They got to shallow center, and there's 2 down here in the 6th.
Now batting number 44, Makamai DuPont.
So Makamai DuPont comes up to the plate. Well, Hernandez getting Madison and Knowles out for the first time here today. And now DuPont, who's 0 for 2, is going to try to keep this inning going. Throw over to first, and getting back is Spittler. Well, I suppose that, you still want to get a runner in scoring position here, but if Spittler were to take off, it would be kind of dangerous. You don't want to make the last out on the base paths, but it's not going to matter because a pass ball there, and Spittler will go to second. So a rare mistake there from Viner today. And it's 1-0 here to DuPont. Well, a runner in scoring position now for Concordia as DuPont tries to pick up a 2-out RBI. Here's the pitch, and that misses inside, 2-0. DuPont, who came into the day hitting .333. .2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch of the dirt. And it's 2-1. So 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Hernandez trying to get to the 6th scoreless. Here's the pitch. And this is grounded up the middle and fielded on a dive by the second baseman, Peng. He's not going to get DuPont, but still a nice play out in second as he saves a run. If that ball gets through, then Spittler is almost assuredly coming home. So DuPont gets the hit. And now there's runners at first and third here with 2 outs. And now we're going to get a trip out to the mound, and looks like we might get a new pitcher here. Haven't seen the official signal yet. As everyone converges around the mound here to talk to Hernandez. I mean, Hernandez has looked good today. He hasn't thrown a ton of pitches, and they're going to leave him out there. So Hernandez is going to get the opportunity to finish the 6th inning. Spittler, the runner at third. DuPont, the runner at first.
Now batting number 14,
Erickson
Erickson.
represents the tying run in the box. Erickson, although he's 0 for 2 here in this game, has had a very good game with the bat, and now we're going to get a pinch runner for Concordia, as Jordan Bolden is going to go out there and pinch run for DuPont. So Bolden, who came on as a pinch runner in Game 1 of the doubleheader as well, will come on now as a pinch runner in Game 2. So Hernandez trying to hold the line. He sets at the waist. Here's the pitch, and that's off the outside. It's 1-0. Well, Erickson was perfect in Game 1. Went 3 for 4, reached base in all 4 plate appearances. Trying to come through here with a runner at third and 2 outs. This is taken outside, 2-0. Kyra is on deck. So a 2-0 count here to Erickson. This should be a challenge here from Hernandez with a 3-run lead. The pitch, and that's outside, 3-0. So Hernandez having a hard time with the control here against Erickson. He's got to throw a strike here. 3-0 pitch is a strike at the base of the zone. It's 3-1. So Hernandez will at least extend the at-bat here to a 3-1 count. Spittler at third, Bolden at first. Three-one pitch is a swing and a miss at a high fastball. So Hernandez comes back, and now it's 3-2. And folks, I have a feeling this is just going to be no tomfoolery. He's just going to throw one as hard as he can and see if Erickson can catch up to it. 3-2 pitch, and Erickson pops it up behind home plate. Viner coming back for it, and it's going to go into the crowd here as almost the entire Menlo College basketball team, aside from Kai Brown and Devin Woods, evacuated the premises as soon as they could. And they know that if they would have dropped the foul ball, that they would have been charged with an E10. So 3-2. And here comes the pitch to Erickson. And this is a ground ball over to the shortstop, Aguilera. Aguilera picks it up, throws to first in time for the out. Hernandez with a beautiful job as he gets through the sixth inning with the 3-run lead intact. Menlo will try to add insurance here as we go to the bottom of the sixth. You're watching baseball here on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small, private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
Now batting number 14, Noah Payne.
So Noah Pang will lead things off for Menlo here in the bottom of the sixth. Again, this is a 7-inning game, so as it stands, I'm sure Menlo would be very happy to take a 3-run lead in the seventh, but they'd be more happy if they could extend the lead here. So Pang will get things started for the Oaks. He's 1 for 2. Daya back out to work here for Concordia, and he fires a strike, and it's 0-1. Daya, who, aside from a hit batter and a walk, got the job done in the fifth. And this misses in the dirt, 1-1. I guess instead of saying aside from the hit batter and the walk, despite the hit batter and the walk, he got the job done. So a 1-1 count here to Pang. Here's the pitch, and this is fouled away, 1-2. After this game is over, I'll be heading over to Haynes Prim Pavilion for a men's volleyball game as Menlo takes on UC Merced. So make sure you tune into that. You could sit on your couch, relax, and watch Menlo College sports all day. 1-2, and this is in the dirt, 2-2. That game between UC Merced and Menlo College will be on Big Ten Plus, so unfortunately you will have to change the app if you want to watch all these games. 2-2, and this is hit out to center field, but squaring up to make the play there is Vortman, and there's one down here in the inning.
Now batting number 1, Shane Aldridge.
So Shane Aldridge will come up to the plate. Aldridge 0 for 3 in this game. He did reach on an error in the third. The leadoff hitter for Menlo. First pitch to him. And this is hit out to left field, and it's going to be foul as it goes off that protruding fence out in left that demarcates the bullpen from the rest of the field here at Cartan. So Aldridge will get back in the box. Daya comes home. And that's way outside, 1-1. Well, Daya, I mean, he's got moments where he looks really, really good, and then he's got moments where he just gets a wild hair up his nose. One pitch. And that misses in the dirt, 2-1. And I don't know, did Daya like trip there? He's going to call his coaching staff out. It looked like he landed awkwardly, and he is indeed in pain. So we'll see if he can stay in the game or not. But Daya immediately motioned over to the dugout that he needed someone to come out and check on him. So Turgeon, the head coach of Concordia, is out there, along with the Concordia trainer. And doesn't look like Daya's coming out of the game, so we'll see if he continues to pitch. Again, it was weird. He almost tripped and then immediately signaled over to the dugout that he needed some attention. And now everyone's kind of looking over to the bullpen on the Concordia side, which would not seem to be a good omen for Mr. Daya. And Turgeon is going to walk on over there and see what's up. If they do have to bring in a new pitcher, the pitcher coming in can warm up on the mound. He can take as much time as he needs with an injury. And Turgeon has now walked almost completely down the left field line, and we will indeed get a new pitcher here for Concordia. And we'll tell you all about the new pitcher. It looks like it's going to be Troy May after this break. 6-3 Menlo here in the bottom of the sixth inning with one out. You're watching baseball here on the PacWest Network.
My name is Sage Para. Before transferring here to Menlo College, I attended a university of about 30,000 students. I didn't know my professors, they didn't know me, and I really didn't want that. I wanted an atmosphere that was more personable, where I got to know my professors and they got to know me, and I also wanted to know my peers. And so, lucky for me, one of my family members reached out and mentioned Menlo College to me, and it's been the best decision of my college career. Being an Oak is being a part of a big family, and I can't wait to come back as an alumni and give back to this family that has given so much to me.
So it's 6-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the new pitcher is Troy May. And if that sounds familiar to all of you, it should, because he pitched earlier today in game 1 of the doubleheader and gave up a run. And May gets as much time as he'd like out on the hill to warm up, and he's definitely taking advantage of that, as he has pretty much thrown almost an entire inning of pitches warming up. May, who comes in with a 3.00 ERA. And now I think we may finally be good to go here. Hey, I mean, that's the rule, so no shade on Troy May. I mean, he's just taking advantage of the rule, but usually you just hear that theoretically that someone who comes in for an injured player, like, oh, they get as many pitches as they want. They could take 10 minutes out there. But May, he didn't take 10 minutes, but he did take about 5 or 6. So Shane Aldridge will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3. 2-1 count to Aldridge. This is outside, 3-1. Again, Daya had to leave the game with an injury. Three 3-1 pitch. And that misses inside, ball 4. So Aldridge has to wait about 6 minutes between ball 2 and ball 4, but still gets a walk.
Now batting number 21, Oliver Hogan.
And so that's the second walk of the day if you include game 1 for Troy May. You very rarely see relievers come in for both ends of a doubleheader, but Troy May proving it is possible. Oliver Hogan hit a home run in the first. He's 2 for 2. And he lines this one into left field for a base hit. Oliver Hogan's having one of the best days I've ever seen a baseball player have with the bat. He is now 7 for 8 on the day. And like I said after his last at bat, the ball just must look like a beach ball for him up there right now. Matt Morrison up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. 3-run homer in the third, which still at this point is probably the big blast of the game. May ready. Here's the pitch. And Morrison takes high and outside, 1-0. Again, Menlo up by 3, but they'd love some insurance. And we'll see if Hernandez comes out for a 7th and possibly complete game inning of work as Morrison hits this one high and deep to right, and it is way gone. Matt Morrison with his second 3-run homer of the day, and Morrison makes it 9-3 Menlo. And the first one was a no-doubter, and the second one was even more of a no-doubter. So Morrison with the 3-run bomb makes it 9-3 Menlo. And now Menlo's looking pretty good out there. Lakin Anderson, 1 for 3. What a day for Matt Morrison. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Morrison now with 3 home runs on the year. 2 of them here in this game. As this misses in the dirt, 1-1. 1-1 here to Anderson. Here's the pitch. That misses high. 2-1. Namick on deck. 2-1 pitch, and that's outside. 3-1. Well, I don't think that ball has landed yet from Matt Morrison. 3-1 pitch, ball 4.
I was like, I can't even move it. It's on a tripod.
So Anderson will go to first. And Jack Namick will come up to the plate.
Jack Namick.
Namick, who came on as a pinch hitter for DJ Cardinal in the third. And he's had a good day. He's 1 for 1. Made a couple good plays in center as well. First pitch is a strike, and May needed that one. It's 0-1. Well, now the question is, will Hernandez get to pitch the 7th? Anderson at first. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. 0-2. Oh-2 pitch in the dirt, and we'll get away from the catcher Stewart for a wild pitch. So 1-2. Here to Namick, and I think the home plate umpire said something to the Menlo dugout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And this is a ground ball over to the shortstop, Myra. The throw to first in time for the out. So Namick got a little jammed there. And Aguilera will come up to the plate. Aguilera 1 for 3, singled and came in to score in the 4th. Menlo will have a chance to close this thing out in the top of the 7th inning. Again, just a 7-inning game here in the second half of the doubleheader. First pitch to Aguilera is a ground ball into the hole and left, a base hit. So Aguilera will pick up an RBI as Anderson comes in to score. And it's 10-3 Menlo. So Javier De Rosa Fonseca will come up to the plate. Fonseca 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the 4th. Aguilera at first. Here's the pitch. High, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Ground ball through into left field. Under Spittler's glove at third. So that'll be a base hit for Fonseca. And Menlo will send their 9th man of the inning up to the plate. And it's Aiden Viner. And poor Aiden, because this is the 2nd straight inning where he's had to have all the gear on. And then he's had to take it all off to take an at-bat. So Viner 0 for 2. Sacrifice bunt in the 4th for Viner. May sets at the waist. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Aguilera at second. He had an RBI earlier in the inning. Fonseca at first. Swing and a miss at a slider. 0-2. So Menlo, after scoring 10 runs in game 1 of the doubleheader, with 10 runs now here in game 2. 0-2 pitch. And this is hit out to right center field. Giving chase and making the play in the gap is Kyra. And that will end the inning. But for Menlo, they score 4 runs with the big blast being Matt Morrison's second 3-run homer of the day. And it's 10-3 Menlo as we head to the top of the 7th. And the Oaks are going to try to close it down here after the break here on the Pac West Network.
Menlo College is a small private 4-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer. Our 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio provides plenty of individualized attention. Beyond the campus, Menlo is just a few minutes away from San Francisco, where excitement, culture, and plenty of job opportunities await. Our students come from all over the world to learn leadership, critical thinking, creativity, team building, and the science of behavior. The Department of Athletics strives to complement the Menlo College experience by developing future leaders through its intercollegiate athletics program. The Department of Athletics has quality athletic programs and maintains a talented and driven coaching staff that recruits student athletes who display leadership skills, strong character, a commitment to academics, and a high level of athletic skill.
Ten to 3 the score here as we head to the top of the 7th inning, and the new pitcher for Menlo is Jacob Baca, who we last saw earlier today when he pitched against Concordia and fired a third of an inning of no run, no hit, no walk ball. In 3 innings this year, no earned runs. First hitter he'll face is Nolan Kyra. And Kyra takes outside, 1-0. So Baca, who I'm sure was preparing to come in the 3-run game and possibly get a save, now with a little bit more cushion, but still tasked with getting the final 3 outs here as Menlo tries to move to 5-8 and break up their 5-game losing streak as this misses high, 2-0. These two teams will be back in action tomorrow for another twin bill. First pitch at 11 a.m. Kenny Milch will have the call for you here in the Pac West Network. 2-0 here to Kyra. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. So a 2-1 count here to Kyra, who is 0 for 2 here today. Baca sets. And the pitch. And that misses outside, 3-1. Well, if the game were to end with an Oaks win, which right now, barring anything catastrophic, it appears it will, Hernandez will move to 1-3 on the season as he'll get the win. 3-1, that's ball 4. So Kyra will get on base to lead off the 7th. And Ian Stewart will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. For Concordia, Nunes will fall to 0-2.
Now batting number 46, Ian Stewart.
If this game were to hold up as an Oaks win, as there's a strike, 0-1. So Stewart at the plate, he's 0 for 2. Kyra, the runner at first. Baca, who has been the most consistent pitcher out of the bullpen for the Oaks this year, trying to finish off this win. 0-1. Swing! And a miss. Stewart took a hefty cut. And it's 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Stewart. And that misses in the dirt and gets away from the catcher Viner. And that is such a helpless feeling behind the plate when you just can't find the ball. So that wild pitch allows Kyra to go to second. Here comes the 1-2 to Stewart. Off the outside, 2-2. Stewart, who hit a home run, a 2-run shot in game 1 of this doubleheader in a 2-2 count here. And he lines this one into left field for a base hit. And so runners at first and third here with nobody out for Concordia. And that'll bring up Myra. And it's actually going to be a pinch hitter here as
Pinch hitting number 9, Cole Quillen.
Quillen will come up to the plate. So Quillen, who picked up a huge hit in game 1 of the doubleheader. And now we'll get a visit from the dugout here for Menlo as they want to have a word here with Baca. And Quillen, who, like I was mentioning, big hit in game 1. It was a 2 RBI double that gave Concordia the lead for good at 9-7. And I do have a volleyball game to call here in 30 minutes. I really hope my boss isn't mad that I'm late to call the volleyball game. Maybe I'll ask for forgiveness. Runners at first and third here with nobody out. Here's the pitch, and that's way outside, 1-0. Well, you got a 7-run lead. There's very few things that could really wreck that. One of them is walking people, so Baca's got to come in the zone here to Quillen. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike, 1-1.
Hey, Bear, do you mind running to the dugout and asking who we want to interview after the game?
Quillen, a 250 hitter.
Peek your head in. I'm sure one of the coaches will be there. Tell them.
1-1, pop foul.
Sorry.
It's 1-2.
The clipboard right there. Yeah.
One-two pitch, and that misses low, 2-2. And right now, the men's basketball team for Menlo on the third base side is giving these Concordia players an earful. 2-2 pitch, and that misses in the dirt, 3-2. So big pitch here for Baca. If he loses Quillen, then the top of the order is right around the corner. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Pop foul. And this foul ball got into lacrosse practice. We've had like 2 different lacrosse practices back there here while we've been doing these games. So 3-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Quillen.
We can say heads here. I can't scream heads today.
Foul again. So Baca having a battle here. Is yet to get an out here in the 7th inning. 10-3. Menlo out in front. Three-two pitch is hit out to center field. Going back is Namek, and Namek will make the catch. Coming in to score is Kyra. So that'll be a sacrifice fly for Quillen, but Menlo more than happy to trade a run for an out in this situation. So 1 out now.
Now
And
number 3, Sawyer Vortman.
Vortman will come up to the plate. Vortman 0 for 3 with Stewart at first. Baca sets. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike, 0-1. So an 0-1 count here to Vortman with 1 out. Menlo 2 outs away from getting this win. Here's the pitch. And that misses just off the plate. 1-1. So Baca gives up the 1 run here in the 7th, but again, all that matters is maintaining the lead. 1-1 pitch. And there's a strike, 1-2. Nice pitch there. So a 1-2 count to Vortman. Spittler's on deck. Here's the pitch. And this is a ground ball over to the second baseman Pang. The flip to second for Aguilera. The throw to first in time. Double play. And that is how this game ends. As Vortman grounds into an inning and game-ending double play. And Menlo gets the win 10-4. And Menlo advances to 5-8 on the season and 3-7 in conference. Concordia will fall to 10-12 on the season, and they fall to 8-6 in the conference. All right, well, we will have an interview here with Matt Morrison coming up in just a second, and then we'll finish things off here from Cartan Field. Once again, Menlo with the win 10-4. They split this doubleheader with Concordia Irvine, and Matt Morrison was the hero with a pair of 3-run homers and 6 RBIs in the game. Again, we'll have our interview here in just a second. We'll be back after this quick break.
My name is Stephen Weiner. I'm the president of Menlo College. I joined the Menlo College community 10 years ago. And in my decade here, I have seen the institution grow in really wonderful ways. We've expanded programs, we've grown enrollment. If I set aside 2 somewhat precarious years that were pandemic era, it's been a wonderful decade. What's really wonderful, though, is I have a lot more to look forward to. We're approaching our centennial. Menlo College was founded in 1927. 96 years ago, we looked a lot different than we look today. They were all local. They were from what was then known only as the San Francisco Peninsula, but of course what is now the world-famous Silicon Valley. We had 27 students that year. They were all men by statute. We did, though, have 3 athletic teams, including horse polo. Fast forward 96 years, as we do approach our centennial, we've changed a lot in meaningful ways. Fundamentally, we still serve the same mission, but we serve all students. We have students from all walks of life, from all over the world. We have 45 countries represented on our campus today. We have 20 states from within this country represented on our campus. We have 2 minority-serving designations by the federal government, both Hispanic-serving institution and Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander serving institution. Less than 1% of all colleges and universities in the United States have achieved that dual status. We're proud that Menlo is among them. Fast forward 96 years, we have 18 teams, no longer horse polo, but we have 18 teams that are incredibly competitive. We won our first 2 national titles in 2019. We've won a slew of conference titles. The 2 most recent ones, and a little bit of poetry in motion, were women's golf and women's wrestling. The reason it was poetic was because they both took place at the moment we were celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first class of women at Menlo College. We've had a number of successes during this pandemic era that are putting us on a momentum that we're celebrating. We opened our first new building in many, many years on this campus, a 288-bed residence hall. We raised over $27 million from donors over the course of the pandemic to build that building, and it's open now, fully funded from donations. We announced our intention for the first time in Menlo's history to offer graduate degree programs. We're about to launch Masters of Arts in Sports and Performance Psychology and a Masters of Science in Information Systems. We also announced our intention to pursue membership in NCAA. When we issued that announcement on social media, we actually set a record for Menlo College of the number of views in a 24-hour period. Pretty remarkable. It speaks to the importance of this move. We believe Menlo College athletics and Menlo College more broadly has matured to the point that we're ready to meet NCAA expectations. We've done that with NAIA and done that in ways that we think speak to the values of D2 membership in NCAA. For 12 of the last 13 years, we've achieved Champion of Character recognition, gold level, and that reflects the fact that our student athletes are successful in competition, they're successful in the classroom, they're successful outside of the classroom in student leadership roles on our campus, and they're committed to community service. All of those values we hold dearly, NAIA held dearly. We think will make NCAA proud of our contribution because our student athletes will carry those same commitments to achieving those values as a member of NCAA D2. We look forward to it. Should mention a couple things. Our student athletes represent 53% of our students. Huge presence on our campus at this point in time. And it's a point of pride that they are so involved and so engaged and so successful. In combination, all of these activities in a very, very difficult time because of the pandemic has produced something remarkable at Menlo College. This past fall, we saw a 50% increase in our new student enrollment, set a record at Menlo College. It's all part of what we think of as the momentum. And we think NCAA membership will just accelerate that momentum, as reflected in the social media hits that we saw, as reflected in what we are hearing back from our current campus community about the excitement of a move to NCAA. It's right for Menlo. We look forward to working with NCAA and the current members in Division II to ensure that we move
Menlo College is a small private four-year college that focuses on the art of business and the entrepreneurial economy. Located in the heart of Silicon Valley, we offer degrees in business and psychology. With a student body of 800, Menlo students enjoy a tight-knit community while also appreciating the richness and diversity that bigger universities offer.
Well, Oaks fans, a big win for Menlo in the second game of their doubleheader here today against Concordia as they defeat the Golden Eagles 10-4, and a big reason for it is right here. This is Matt Morrison here with Kyle Morrison, and Matt, 2 home runs here today, 6 RBIs. Talk about what your approach was coming into the day for both of the home runs, and which one felt like more of a no-doubter off the bat?
I think the second one. Definitely felt like more of a no-doubter. I kind of, pimped it a little bit. The first one I didn't really pimp, but that one I did.
Well, what was your approach during those at-bats?
Kind of just see ball, hit ball. I'm not really an approach guy. I like can just kind of just react to it. I feel like that's when I succeed the best.
So Matt Morrison, straight vibes when he's when he's up at the plate. Matt, big win here for you guys today. Breaks a 5-game losing streak. Obviously, you guys started off the season really well at 4-3. You get the win here today. Do you feel like this is going to kind of break some of the bad momentum from the 5-game losing streak, and you guys can go forward from here?
Oh, for sure. It was a good win for the boys. Getting some tough breaks early in the year, but I mean, it's pretty nice to get a win, especially a win like this. It was cool. So just keep it going, get the momentum, keep it.
I know I talked to you about your 2 home runs already, but you had 9 total RBIs here today, and you're hitting over 400 for the season. You're having a phenomenal year here to start 2026. Were there any changes you made in the offseason, or what do you feel like has really led you to having this great start here to start this season?
I made a couple of mechanical changes. Changed my posture up a little bit. I was a little bit taller last year, kind of a little bit more lower into my legs too. But a big thing was just the mindset. I know that I'm like a good player. I just got to keep that mindset, especially in baseball. You fail 7 out of 10 times and you're a good hitter. So just keeping that momentum and keeping that mindset is good. So definitely that was a change.
Do you feel like that second home run has come down yet?
I hit that pretty good, man. I mean, I think it was close to being over the trees. I definitely got that one. I think it probably landed, but you never know. Could still be in the air.
Awesome. Well, that's Matt Morrison here after a big day as Menlo College splits a doubleheader with Concordia. Matt had 9 RBIs, including 2 of the longer home runs we've seen at this ballpark at Cartan Field. Thank you for your time, Matt. Really appreciate it. And thank you, everyone, for watching here today on the PacWest Network. Once again, Menlo with a 10-4 win here against Concordia in the second half of their doubleheader with the Golden Eagles. Hope all of you have a fantastic evening wherever you may be.